What is up, ladies and gentlemen, big fluffy unicorns everywhere? IMFAMY did it, and we're doing it again. And this time, we're doing it in the Battlefield 6 Early Access Open Beta Weekend 1. And yes, we're a little bit behind the ball, but hashtag dad life. And when you got some screaming demons to deal with, you tend to get, distracted. But here we are now. We're going to talk about our first weekend playthrough of Battlefield 6. And then in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to pull in our squad after weekend 2 of the Battlefield 6 beta, which starts tomorrow, actually, August 14th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be ready to get out on the battlefield. And what we're going to do is we're going to get together in what I like to call a little round table in the pit. We're going to talk about our likes, our dislikes, and we're going to be doing it all for your viewing pleasures, okay? Your viewing pleasures. But don't pleasure yourself too early, you weirdos. It's called delayed gratification. Yeah, I learned that on X just today. Shut up, okay? We're going to do the Screaming Demon review today, then we're going to pull it in another video with the squad for the round table in the pit. So make sure you pop on those notifications and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Now, let's not beat around the bush. Well, maybe some bushes. I mean, I saw this one girl today on... Shut up, idiot. Now, my first thought on Battlefield 6 is that it's a breath of fresh air. It feels so good to be back in an FPS that gives you the freedom to work the battlefield the way you want to. You're not just stuck in an infinite loop of spawn, die, till you break a controller and uninstall the game. Yeah, getting fucked at the A objective while using an engineer class, maybe throw on a recon kit and snipe their asses from the top of the hill, or just kamikaze a jet into the flag. That works too. What I meant, Infamy, is that in Battlefield 6, you are free to traverse the map the way you want. On foot, in the air, or via one of the many vehicles, some of which are still yet to come. Go! Dirt bikes! Please, 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 EA Dice, please give me dirt bikes! Yes, dirt bikes would be a spectacular addition. However, what I'm trying to say is that it is not what is being dubbed online as a walking sim by some of these pro players from other games or content creators that have literally run out of good things to say about the games that they have literally made their nut on for a decade or more. In this game, you have many options to traverse the map and get to the objective. Yeah, so basically what you're saying is if you don't want to walk, don't. Quit whining about walking. I mean, how do you play COD for 20 plus years and then complain that another game is a walking sim? That is legitimately what Call of Duty is in a nutshell. Spawn, walk for 2 minutes, get shot in the face, and have some ex-thought girl teabag you for a live stream. At least in Battlefield, if that same ex-thought girl kills you, she's teabagging a tank. And that's hot as fuck. Liked and subbed, ex-thought girl. Liked and subbed. Will you please knock it off, okay? I just want to review the game and let people know what are you doing? This is what's called ASMR with an attack helicopter. It's like rain on a tent for you, but it's so much more peaceful and tranquil knowing that at any time I could just take to the sky and rain hellfire and brimstone down on everyone. Moving on. Now, as of the beta, I will say the graphics look great. It looks and feels like they took the best of what they've learned from Battlefield 3, 4, 1, V, and 2042. Wait a minute. What did you just do there? I said Battlefield 3, 4, 1, V. Yeah, well, what's that? V. That's not... You told me the alpha map is... It's alphabet. The alphabet, and you said the V, it goes TUV, okay? Why are you messing with math? Shut up, okay? I only had a couple of instances where they would be this weird flashing effect on the map, and it was always at the start of Liberation Peak, but it quickly settled down, and the match played out just fine. Go, tell them about the light. The light? Yeah, the light that you guys, found when you were all set up with your spawn beacons on Siege of Cairo, like some camping Uber douches, right outside their spawn on E-Flag. Down the alley, those bright lights on the wall that was like staring into a fucking supernova. Oh yeah, that light. Yeah, at EA, at DICE, that was rather annoying, and it seems vaguely familiar, like we ran into that same problem in Battlefield 4, but those bright lights were just absolutely insane. You would run out one of the back doors that led into that alley, and if you weren't looking the right direction, you would instantly be blinded. Yeah, it reminded me of when they shined that bright light in Riddick's face, in pitch black. I can see that.
Well, I hope so. I just shared it, you dummy.
Anyway, on to the gunplay. Now, while I spent most of my time using the M4A1s, some standouts for me were the SGX submachine gun and the default sniper rifle. And honestly, I'm not a sniper by any stretch of the imagination, but I did truly enjoy the sniping in the beta. I felt like a lot of the guns that I did use were fairly balanced for the situations that they are intended to be used in. CQB for the subs, they pack a hella punch, and if you were able to, keep your aim on sight, you could put down multiple enemies with one mag. The mid to long range weapons, they felt dialed in for the most part, but that was only after I did some tweaking to my control settings. And let me tell you, there are a metric ton of settings to deal with in this game.
No, tell them about the shotty. It's my favorite.
Of course it is, and that's why EA and DICE have already addressed it, and I'm sure it will get nerfed.
What the fuck are you babbling on about? That gun is perfectly balanced and suitable for almost any situation or range. You're just butthurt and trying to gatekeep my favorite weapons, you soft batch.
No, really, they're gonna nerf it. Look.
What the fuck is this? EA, why would you do such things? You're gatekeeping me from my favorite gun. What is fucking wrong with you, man? I gotta fucking hate your face.
Calm your ass down, bro. God, this is why we keep getting those comments about your voice annoying people.
Oh, yeah? Well, they can suck what?
Fair enough. Moving on. Now, I've also been seeing and reading a lot of comments about the audio not being right and that EA and DICE need to fix it. No. What those people that are complaining need to do is adjust the audio settings in the game. There are several options to increase audio in Battlefield 6. I personally tried the advanced war tapes, I think that's what it's called, and I could hear enemy footsteps with no issues. And that was using a soundbar, shout out to Bose, not a sponsor, I wish, for the entire beta. And not once did I use a headset. Now, try out the different settings, see which one works for you best. It's that simple. Now, the settings in this game are insane. However, it's its insanity that gives you the ability to create the soldier that you want. Play the way you want. And that goes the same for the vehicles as well. I hate the default flight options for the helicopter, and it did take me almost 3 hours of testing different options during the beta before I got the chopper to feel like it did for me in Battlefield 4. And oh, was the juice worth the squeeze. I did the same thing with my tanks, and my kill count went way up after doing so. As far as the jets, I did not make any adjustments to the jets as I really had no intentions of using them on any of the maps that we had in the beta.
That and you're a trash pilot, even with the Battlefield 4 settings, but that's okay. As per usual, I will do all the heavy lifting.
Shut up. Now, speaking of the choppers, one of the big problems I did have in the beta was that it felt like the choppers were very weak to the Stinger missiles or whatever the hell they're called in Battlefield 6. On average, it took one hit to take down the chopper. And when you have 6 to 10 people that are all pissed off that you just wrecked them at sea, now while shooting lock-on missiles, you are going to be hard-pressed to get the chopper out of the base, let alone onto some objectives for support. And trying to have aerial combat, aka dogfights, is damn near impossible after that happens. Now, I feel like that if you hit a chopper or a jet with an RPG, that takes some skill. And that should be a one hit. But the lock-ons are way too strong in my opinion.
And what the fuck is this? How can a soldier run around the battlefield carrying both an RPG and an AA missile launcher with 6 RPGs and 6 missiles, plus a torch and their loadout, and still be able to run around the map at the same speed as a fucking assault medic?
Agreed. I do not think that the engineer class should be allowed to have both launchers on at the same time. You should have to pick one and run it. If you want the other one, you should have to redeploy and switch it there.
Or just die because you suck and...
Enough. Enough. Not the time or the place for that convo. Wait till the round table.
Ooh, I hate your face.
Fine. You good?
Yeah, I'm having a shot. You want one?
It's like fucking 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one anyway. Do you want one?
Nah.
This fucking punk bitch.
Okay, all right, so seriously, he's gone for a minute, and I got to talk to you all about the recon and the deploy beacon, formerly known as the spawn beacon. He's going to freak out because it is supposed to be going to the assault class. Why would it freak out, you ask? Well, because recon has the sticky icky ew. And when he realizes he's not going to be able to use the C4 and the deploy beacon anymore, he's going to have an epic meltdown. Now, the deploy beacon is still on recon. most of our gameplay was on recon, and I will be honest, I never understood why recon had C4 in the first place. I mean, most snipers are not really in a position to use that kind of ordnance anyhow. I feel like it would be better served on assault or engineer, and support should have all the gadgets on the table so they can switch and support the team's needs on the fly. That's just my opinion. Fuck, here he comes.
So what are you talking about now?
The server queue times for the beta.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing those on X. People were all crying and stuff. Oh, I got 150 Q. I can't believe I took off work for this. Shut up. You're stupid. Even with a 250K plus queue, we were still able to get into the map within 10 to 15 minutes. Not like some other FPS games where the queue is a 90K and you have to wait 4 hours. And oh my God, if you turned off crossplay, you were fucked. Just literally fucked. You're in a never-ending queue.
Facts. I will say that EA and DICE did a great job handling the massive influx of players for this beta. Now, while the queue numbers were massive at times, not one person I spoke to about this game said they had to wait an extreme amount of time to get in. And yes, we all turned off crossplay, and it was great. On average, no more than 2-minute wait to find a lobby. That's fucking awesome, EA and DICE.
Yeah, and let's talk about SBMM. How did that feel for your booty hole?
Is that necessary?
Yes, because you said COD has been fucking you for years with SBMM, and I don't see where else they could if not your booty hole.
You're a moron. It's not literally fucking.
But you said they cucked you too. Made you watch as your wife got...
Stop your mouth.
No, we're not doing that again. Stop it.
There. That's better. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get this done so we can get to the round table. Now, all in all, I'm happy with the beta. Destruction was off the charts. The only in Battlefield moments are so back, and it feels like the Battlefield labs have done a great job preparing for this game. And we cannot wait for beta weekend 2 so we can get back in and wreak some havoc on the battlefield. I want to give some special shout outs to you all, the viewers, to my wife. Thank you, Lovey, for putting up with our shit. Slickify for keeping us on the grind all these years. Go over there and get you some slick, clean gear at slickify.com. And thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. Stay up, stay safe. I can't wait to see y'all on the battlefield. Peace.